The Isla Paradiso Bunch, Episode 73. Hi, Carrots here, and welcome. The travellers in this episode are still Craig, Judy, Dianna, Josephine, Muriel, Sam, Wendy, and Jerry. We probably won't see much, if anything, of anybody other than Craig. Craig's traits are vegetarian, savvy sculptor, handy, sailor, angler, and he got an extra trait of party animal. His lifetime wish is to be descendant of Da Vinci, and he's achieved that by getting to level 10 of sculpting, painting, and inventing skills. Craig is about halfway through his current adventure, The Demise of Dong Huo. Master Craig, the time has come for you to face and defeat Dong Huo in his eternal prison, the Dragon Cave. Take this keystone, enter the Dragon Cave, find Dong Huo, and defeat him in combat. Do this, and you will forever preserve the safety of the people of Shang Simla. Go now, Chosen One. Level 1, or the top level of the Dragon Cave, has been fully explored in previous adventures. In this adventure, Craig needs to go all the way down the front steps, through the Dragon Cave with the yellow dots that I've put in there, put his key into the keyhole next to the locked door in the room at the bottom of the screen. When the door opens, he enters into a narrow little room which obviously show him to a set of narrow steps that go down into the level below. Level 2 of the Dragon Cave has been partially completed in earlier episodes. I've outlined in yellow the bit that belongs to the adventure that Craig is currently doing, and the cross on the left is where he enters this second level, and the arrow at the top right is the steps that he goes down to level 3 of the Dragon Cave. Now level 3 is all to do with this particular adventure, and it was completed by Craig in episode 72. You can see the arrows and the cross at the top right. That's where he entered this level. He worked his way through, and he's about to go down the steps marked by the arrow at the bottom left of the screen. There's actually 2 sets of steps in that room at the bottom left of the screen. One set goes up, and it's apparently the exit from the cave, but he needs to complete the adventure before he can go upstairs. And level 4 is a bit mysterious yet. We've still got to work out what's down there, and that's what this episode is all about. Craig is in the room with the staircase leading up and another staircase leading down. He is on level 3 and he's very tired, so he's decided to whip out his rolled up swag and have a sleep. Time passed quite quickly, and eventually it was time for Craig to wake up. He thought he'd have a little wander up the stairs just to see what is up there before he got to work with Dong Huo, because his little interaction with Dong Huo is sure to be happening very soon. Dong Huo's down there on that next level down. The investigation of the room at the top of the stairs revealed a floor switch and another staircase going up. So Craig decided he couldn't put it off any longer, and he went back down to the dungeon below. I wonder what he's going to find down there. Looks like quite a large room with nothing much in it. Just the steps. Oh, and there's a door. You can go through that, see what he finds on the other side. Another large room with mirrors. Looks a bit interesting, that archway without any mirrors in it. It's the door he came through. Oh, he's looking for a hidden door. That's the only wall that could have a door in it. So I guess it has to be in that wall. There's a lot of mirrors. Aha, he's found the door. Treasure. Just a few piles of ancient coins, but still it's a nice find. Wonder what else he'll come across. Back into the room full of mirrors. It's really hard to find your way around in that room because there's so many mirrors. Makes me worry if Dong Huo could creep up behind him or something. Looks like that's a door he's going to walk through there. So there's 2 rooms of mirrors. And there's a bench over there, and it's got a crescent keystone on it, but he can't get at it. How's he going to get that? I'm sure he'll need it, otherwise it wouldn't be there. Pushable statues. That one's on a floor switch. Is that another one through the doorway, or is that a mirror reflecting? Oh, it's a doorway. He can go through it. So we've got two rooms that look like a mirror image of each other. Each of them has got a pushable statue on a floor switch, and there's lots of fire traps on the floor. Craig decides to inspect that statue to see if it might be pushable. So those flames are actually in through the next room. That's not a mirror, that's a doorway, and he's going to push that statue. And what's going to happen when he pushes it? Is he going to pull it? He's going to think about it. Walk around the other side and pull it. Turned off the flames in the next room. That was a good move. What can you get in this room, Craig? Oh, look, you can pick up that crescent keystone. That mirror behind the keystone makes for an interesting effect, especially as Craig walks towards it. That's one. Now, there's another pushable statue sitting on a floor switch. Let's see if you can stop those flames in the other room and get the other crescent keystone. To shift that statue off the floor switch. Now he's got to inspect it first, he can't just pull it. He had to inspect the other one first as well. So he can move it. Always excited. Pull. There go the flames. Let's see if he can get that crescent keystone. That was a lucky move. What do you do with these keystones now, Craig? Let's have a look. Oh look, is that a switch? No, it's not. That's another mirror. It looks like it could be a doorway. Is that a mirror or is it a doorway? Look around this other room. What's he going to do? Oh, there's a keyhole. You can put a crescent keystone into that keyhole. Lucky you've got one. Magic. And there is a hidden door. Go through that. Oh, look, there's a spot there for another crescent keystone. You better insert your keystone into that keyhole, Craig. Now what? Oh, there's another hidden door that's just been revealed. Go through there and see where you are. Uh-oh, that's not the room we want just yet. That is where Dong Huo is, and that's Dong Huo's sarcophagus. We want to find the part of the tomb collection before we go into this room with Dong Huo, because if he doesn't get it now, he won't be able to get it ever. So turn around and go back into those mirrored rooms and see what else can be found. Are there any more hidden doors? And it looks like yes, there are. There's at least one. So while Craig looks for a way of opening it, we'll just have to wait and be patient. Hopefully this will be the one with the treasure chest containing the part of the tomb collection that we're looking for. He's found the trigger for the door. There it is. Door's open. What's he got inside? Just some pile of ancient coins. Better look elsewhere for the... Oh, there's a nice gem there as well. Can collect those items. Add to his treasure. Not that he needs it. They've got lots of treasure and lots of money, this crew. They've been treasure hunting for so long now. But we don't have a treasure chest, and we need a treasure chest containing part of the tomb collection. Wait, what's that across the other side of the room? I'm sure I didn't see that before. Looks like a treasure chest hiding behind a red pushable statue. You gotta push it out of the way, Craig. The statue's in front of the treasure chest. You gotta move it. That's the way. It's gone far enough now. Leave it there. Open the treasure chest. What's inside? Pile of ancient coins and the Chinese symbol of the Temple of the Dragon. We've got it. That is part of the tomb collection for this tomb. Fantastic. Good on you, Craig. Can't be put off any longer. We have to face Dong Huo. That treasure chest then needs a star keystone, and Craig didn't have one. Fortunately, Muriel had one in her inventory, and now we're locked out of the rest of the tomb. Can't run away and escape from Dong Huo. That treasure chest contains a green coiled up snake from the Zodiac Animals collection. It's worth a lot, over 4,000 simoleons. So it was worth his while this time off, and there's nothing much in there at all. Craig stands there and contemplates his surroundings. Now there is a floor switch he could stand on, and a dive well. What will we do, the dive well or the floor switch? I think we'll go for the floor switch. So there he is on the floor switch, and it has done a few things. It's revealed another floor switch. I don't know what else it did. There was a couple of little yellow dots floating around there to different spots. But it's coming from Dong Huo's sarcophagus, as well as from the floor switch itself. So he's opened a door at the back there. Let's go back and investigate what's in there. So it looks like he's got 2 floor switches for him to stand on and 2 pushable statues to deal with. Interesting. I think we will stand on the 2 floor switches. See what happens. Oh, lit something up. That's come from Dong Huo's sarcophagus by the look of it. Let's lit the other one. And what's going on there? That other... Oh, look, revealed another floor switch. Might as well give those 2 statues a pull as well, just to see what happens. Nothing. And a bit more of nothing. Oh well, we'll stand on that floor switch in that case. And over he goes to stand on the other floor switch, the one that just got revealed. Now what? I wonder if I should check to see what else might be going. There's little yellow dots. Oh, there's another floor switch. Better come over and stand on that. Oh, look, we've got a mummy. Will he ignore Craig? Maybe not. Is Craig in trouble? Can Craig get away? Doesn't look hopeful, does it? I think the mummy's winning. I hope he doesn't get cursed. Craig's already been cursed by a mummy once. At least we've got 15 days to get over it if he does. Oh, he's knocked out. Mummy's going back into his sarcophagus. At least he didn't get cursed this time, thank goodness. But he's got the fear moodlet. We'll have to wait for that to go away. So Craig's having a nice little sleep. Let's hope he comes awake rested. That's interesting, those flames just went out. They seem to be random, on and off. There he is, he's awake. I don't think we'll look into those sarcophagus for a while. Maybe we should have a go at the dive well. Bit of a look around, see what's to be seen. Yeah, I think we'll leave the mummies be. We'll go in and have a little swim. That's the sarcophagus the mummy came out of. At least once they've come out, they don't come out again. So that one's finished with. We should be able to safely look inside that sarcophagus now as well. Mightn't be any treasure in it though, to see him coming out of this dive well. So there he is, all safely emerging from the dive well. I don't think the dive well was strictly necessary. We could have moved those pushable statues, but that could have taken a while. But we'll do it before the video's finished, just so you can see how. There's another floor switch for him to stand on. I think that might be the last one in this room. There's still more for him to do in the tomb, but not in this room. Oh no, there's another one. That mummy's out now as well. Hope he can beat it. So we'll start moving those statues around a bit, I think. But I think he's got to be on the other side to be able to actually do anything. You probably needed to go through the dive well to move that one statue, actually. I don't think it actually needed moving. We'll see. Come on, he's got to have to use the dive well to get out again. It was a nice dive. Those intermittent flames are a bit of a worry. You wouldn't want to be standing on that thing wondering what to do next, because the flames start underneath you. It's going to come out of that dive well now. There's a mummy wandering around. I think it came out of that sarcophagus on the left, just next to that burning statue. There he is. Mummy's watching him. Stand on the floor switch quickly before that mummy gets after you. Another floor switch. Gee, was I wrong when I said there wasn't any more? Uh-oh. There's the man himself, Dong Huo. Will Craig run away? He could hide in that sarcophagus. He could run out the door, but then he wouldn't complete the adventure. He's got to fight Dong Huo and win. Might as well steal what he can get out of his sarcophagus in the meantime. Oh, there's something in there. Here comes Dong Huo. Look out, Craig. Dong Huo's noticed him. And the red one's there as well. Is he going to fight two mummies all together at once? I don't think so. Craig knows he's got to beat Dong Huo, so he jumped on him. Dong Huo's not doing so well. I think Craig won that one. There goes Dong Huo. Bye-bye, Dong Huo. Very good. Now he's got another mummy wants to fight. Oh, he has pink hearts. Well, we try to kill each other. At least when the mummy wins a fight, Craig doesn't end up in a pile of ashes. But he will go to sleep again by the look of it. There he goes. The mummy's heading back to his sarcophagus. But Dong Huo's a pile of ashes. Craig can report in now. But we'll go and move those pushable statues to see how to solve that little puzzle. They're not hard, it's just that you got to approach them from both sides by the look of it. Well, he survived that sarcophagus. You might as well have a look in the other one. I don't think he got anything out of it though. Survived that one too, but there wasn't anything in it by the look of it. Now let's go move those pushable statues around a bit. So he's beaten Dong Huo. Now let's just move these pushable statues out of the way, and then he can be on his way. There's only a couple to move. Let's pull that one, and then give it a little shove from this side, and that's it. It's all done. Now he can go home. Actually, he can go and report into Bailui. Just have a final look around. There's the remains of Dong Huo, that little pile of ashes in front of his sarcophagus. Those two doors are his only way out. It's an interesting little statue there. I think it's supposed to be a dragon or something. So out he goes, and as he goes through the door, they lock behind him, so there's no way back in. If Dong Huo was still there, he'd be locked back in there again. Now this room that he's got into doesn't have any exits, but there are 3 treasure chests. So let's see what he can find in there. That is a Chinese dragon, a Chinese tiger, part of the Zodiac collection again, Zodiac animal collection. The middle treasure chest looks a bit different. So it triggers the exit. It's got a sarcophagus fragment and some ancient coins. The final one is just a piece of mercury and a money bag. Now he can go out the door, and this looks like it's the room that he entered when he walked down those steps from that level above. Out he goes. Come on, Craig, out the door. So that's the steps he came down when he first got down to this level. Now he's got to go up those steps and exit the tomb and go and report into Bailui and step on that floor switch. Opens another hidden door, and this is taking him into a room that he's been into before. That's the steps he came down. Remember when he first entered and he went down a set of steps and had to clear a rubble pile to get some treasure? Well, there you go. The rubber pile was in that corner, and he's going to go up those steps now and exit. Fancy doing this whole tomb in bare feet. Oh, I bet his feet were hurting. He just raid a few little things in this room. It's a room that's been cleared a long time ago. It's one of the first rooms that they go into when they first have to go to the Dragon Cave. But it's one of the last tombs they do when they've almost cleared the entire every tomb in the world. There's only one tomb left for them to do, actually, and we'll have to do that on their next visit to China. And that is Dong Huo's treasure, which is hidden underneath the market at Shang Simla. And there is the final piece of the Chinese tomb collection to be found in that tomb. It's a big one, and they've only got 1 day left in China on this trip, so there won't be time to do that big tomb on this visit. I'll send him home now to their house, and a couple of the others have got some small adventures to do. We might do them before the end of the video. Sam's got to go and find some jade, and I'm not sure. I think somebody else has got something to do as well. They're just adventures that were given while Craig has been completing this tomb. They just got some 3 piles of ancient coins out of that treasure chest, and now he can just go home. Well, no, he can't. Now he can just go and report in. Apparently there's something stopping him from reporting in. So on the way out, he'll pick up that pile of ancient coins, and then he'll go up the steps and he will see what the problem is, because he's shouting about something and waving his hands in the air. Typical Sim. There you go. Now up the steps. At least you can do that much without having a route fail. Let's see. Maybe the door's shut on the outside. He can't get out anyway. He can't get out all by himself. That's the view from the top of the dragon cave. It's breathing out fire and smoke. The door's shut. He's got to open the door. That's why he couldn't get out all by himself. Now he's got that door open, and now he should be able to just report in to Bailui. And off he runs. Let's have another look at this dragon cave. Oops, that door's shutting again straight away. There it is. He must have been in there for more than a day, because he slept in there. It was dark, and then the sun came up, and now it's dark again. An ominous looking thing, that dragon cave. At least Dong Huo's not there anymore, just his pile of ashes. And the chamber that he was in is all sealed up again as well. So there's Craig on his way to report in to Bailui, riding his bike. There's Bailui waiting for him. Bailui says, "You are truly a master. If Dong Huo himself could not stop your fists of righteousness, I shall proclaim your victory everywhere in China. You have done so much for us in fulfilling the prophecy. I fear this reward is too modest for a master such as you. I am humbled by you, truly." Craig gets 210 ancient coins, 4,000 simoleons, plus another 1,000 simoleons because he's already at level 3 with his visa points. They've only got a few more hours in Shang Simla, so Sam went and found his jade and delivered it to Bailui to complete his adventure. He's only at level 1, so in his visa points, so I wanted him to complete his adventure to get some more visa points, and he got 30 visa points from that, which leaves him still at level 1. But he's a little bit higher up in level 1 than he was before. Josephine had to deliver 5 pieces of smelted copper, and she was at level 0. So she set off searching for her copper, and I thought it was interesting how she actually managed to get across the river using the boat. They usually get stuck. Her journey took her past the dragon cave, which was still puffing out its smoke quite happily. Craig has long gone from there now, though. She's a genie, that's why she's floating in a little ball of light. It got light while Josephine was out collecting her copper, and Dianna went to the market with the idea of performing for tips. When she got there, unfortunately I discovered that she had become unemployed while Craig was completing the dragon cave. So there's some sort of a glitch got into the game. I eventually solved it by using Master Controller to give her her career back I assumed she was at level 7. She was possibly at level 8. And the reason I was sending her to perform for tips was I love her doing that. People love watching her doing that, and I wanted her to get her lifetime wish, which is get to level 10 in the magician career. So that's going to take a while longer now as she makes up for whatever background progress she's lost. Eventually Joanna made it back home with her pieces of copper, and she smelted individually in the artisan station so she could deliver her 5 pieces of smelted copper today before they go home later in the evening, because this is their last day in China. Of course, when she arrived at the market, she didn't deliver a copper. She went swimming instead, so I had to remind her to go and deliver her copper, which she did eventually, and she got her visa stamped eventually. She's still level 0 in China, but she's made a little progress. And then she continued her swim. She just jumped back in the pool. Such pretty pictures of Josephine with her red hair and red swimsuit swimming among the water lily lights at the marketplace in China. And while Josephine swam, I sorted out Diana's problems the best I could. And eventually I got her back to level 7. I'm pretty sure she was close to level 8, if not at level 8, because the reason I chose level 7 for her career was she's got the Box of Danger, and she's had it for a very long time in her inventory, and the Box of Danger is awarded at level 7 of the magician career. And apart from performing for tips, Dianna had to deliver a bottle of nectar because she too had an opportunity to complete in China. And here she is doing her performance for tips. She normally gets a huge audience. This time she managed to get an audience of 1 eventually, which was a bit disappointing. But we'll just leave the video here as she performs for tips near the pool at the market in Chiang Simla. So thank you for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. The next trip will be back to China, where 2 or 3 of them will be working on Dong Huo's treasure, which is the huge tomb underneath the market. And you might have noticed earlier you saw the raccoon walking near Ave's floor switch that hasn't been walked on yet. That is the entrance to the tomb that we're going to do in the next episode. But they will be heading home soon because this is the last few hours of their current trip to China. So I do hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave comments below if you've got anything that you would like to comment on, as that's greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and thank you for watching. And that green thought bubble was really interesting, I thought, and everybody's laughing at Dianna's broken umbrella. Some of them are actually doubled up in laughter at her broken umbrella. Didn't get it on video though, sadly. Bye bye for now, and happy simming.